My name's Chris, I'll be a skipper today. The crewman on board is making the following mandatory safety announcement. In the of an announcement over the microphone, a signal which will consist of 7 short blasts and 1 long blast. These are located on the roof of the wheelhouse. There is also directly behind the wheelhouse. On donning the life jackets, you will have a toilet on board. If you have any questions at all, please just feel free to ask. Its main use was most likely defensive, but certainly throughout the reign of Elizabeth I it was used as a light. It's called Prior Castell's Tower and is built on the site of St Cuthbert's Cell. He was originally buried up at Lindisfarne, but his body was later disused. So just coming back round, that is from the Arctic down here to their Farne Island breeding grounds, and then from here they'll leave 50,000 miles each and every year. Australia. Now just to put that further into perspective, it's their lies home to thousands of nesting seabirds. These include puffins, guillemots, razorbills, kittiwakes, oyster catchers, shags, cormorants and eider ducks, archipelago. That very distinctive mound at the end of it, that is the silhouette of just check the correct safe crossing times. You can easily find the times out off the internet. On the sharp beak with a downturned hook at the tip. You'll often be able to see both species of birds spreading their wings out in the wind. They have to do this just in order to dry their feathers out, as they don't produce the same natural waterproofing oils as other seabirds. That might sound like a genetic defect, but both shags and cormorants get the majority of their food directly from the seabed, and so they intentionally saturate their feathers just in order to help them sink mooring. Drifting south, narrowly missing Knox's Reef just behind us, and then ending up here on the west wide open where she likes. Nesting here on Staple Island, and from last year's count, 42,892 individuals in total. A few vacant nests, and these have belonged to the kittiwakes over the seabird breeding season. Although part of the gull family, kittiwakes are a true seabird, only ever returning back to dry land to remate, rebuild their nests and have their chicks. And at the very beginning of each seabird breeding season, there's very fierce competition between the kittiwakes for higher up nesting spots, as these are obviously a lot less vulnerable to the harsh sea conditions we do still occasionally experience from time to time. They will only ever lay one single egg in a year. Trust are responsible for maintaining a count of the birds throughout these islands. There's a couple of grey seals on the left hand side there. And last year's puffin count, it came back that there were 50,103 breeding pairs of puffins, which was an increase from their previous count. And although called grey seals, there is a variation in colour. The pups are born creamy yellow at birth and they weigh in at around 30 pounds in length and weigh in at 660 pounds. The grey seal is one of the most important species of seal in the world. Breeding season, which is the end of October through to January. That is the best chance to see the full 6,000 grey seals that we have here this year generally go on long and short. 6,000 in the colony, it's 80% females, 20% males. It was designed by Joseph Nelson, and the lighthouse itself stands 26 metres tall, and the light can be visible from up to 18 nautical miles away. In 1815, local heroine Grace Darling. Very little is known of Grace's early life, except that she may have joined the lightkeeper's service between 1830 and 1834. Misjudged his course, and the forfeiture struck the Big Harker Rock. And for a further 3 years until her health began to fail. So, if they ever are approached when they're out on the rocks, they will become incredibly defensive. Inner Farnes run for 9 months. What they do is monitor the birds and seals and generally take care of the wildlife and habitat. It's quite a good position for this year. So these are the first, well, yeah, they are the first. But it's usually between a couple of days to a couple of weeks. And then it will go through a normal 9-month gestation until her pup learns how to hold its breath. And then as soon as she knows it can do this, that's when she'll do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our tour of the Farne Islands for this afternoon. We do hope you've enjoyed the trip.
The film that you've just watched is a Moss Travel Media production, and you can find more like them by going to www.mosstravel.tv. Thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel and watching my film. It's hugely appreciated. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by going to youtube.com/Stuart Moss. Hit the red subscribe button. When you've done that, a little bell will appear. If you hit the bell, then you'll also get notifications about any future travel films which I upload. If you like my travel films, then you might also like my second channel, which is about home and garden. Please have a look for that channel. You'll find it at www.mosshomeandgarden.co.uk, and if you like what you see, please give that a subscribe also. If you'd like to connect with me as Moss Travel Media on other social media, then you'll find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Moss Travel. That's the page. And if you'd like to connect with the profile, then the profile is Moss Travelog. If you'd like to connect with me on Instagram to see my travel photography, where I'm up to, what stories I'm telling, then go to instagram.com/StuMoss or do a search for user Stu Moss. If you'd like to connect on Twitter, I'm at Moss Travel TV. On Pinterest, I'm Moss Travel Media, which is pinterest.co.uk/Moss Travel TV. On Tumblr, I'm stuartmoss.tumblr.com, or just do a search for Moss Travel Tumblr. On WordPress, I'm wordpress.com/view/Moss Travel TV.wordpress.com, or do a search for Moss Travel Media on WordPress. And on vContactor, you can find me by going to vk.com/Moss Travel Media, or doing a search for Stuart Moss. If you'd like to contact me about film usage or any other issue, please just email me on mosstraveltv@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for watching and for your support. I really, really do appreciate it. I wish you all the best of days, happy travels and bon voyage.